y'all a quick update on how the garden's doing. Since I got most everything planted, still a few things I can plant. Of course, our lettuce we eat off of every day. Beautiful. Radishes, won't be long, there'll be a few ready to harvest. But it's getting hot. This round here, I don't know if they're actually going to produce this arugula seeding. I've been pulling it up and giving it to the chickens. Kale's looking good. Onions, we've been eating a few of those. Peas, we've been eating them every other day. As you can see, it's just loaded with peas and blooms. Those yellow peas. I really like these yellow peas. Yeah, I'll pick some more in a little while probably. This arugula, I like this arugula here. I think it's dragon something or another. Peas are coming up. Those ones that get 18 to 24 inches long, the purple ones. Same on this side. I got up the daikons, fed them to the chickens. They were bitter, they were flowering. My green peas, been picking and eating them. And we got yellows over here. I don't know how that happened. And over here we do have some green ones. One plant at least. The seeds, ordered from 2 different companies, but I don't know how that happened. Carrots are looking good. Spinach, I don't know. May get a little bit of all that, but it's getting hot. And then my royal burgundy bush beans. And these here are the new ones I planted. I keep forgetting what they're called. Wednesdays I'll write it down and let y'all know. These are my yellow ones. And these are the callum something or another bush beans. Cucumbers, I think it's 4 different kinds. I'm supposed to have that longer kind here and got them all mixed up. And then cucumbers there. Yeah, when I was watering, I don't know if I had mentioned it before, when I was watering, I pulled the hose and I had my seedlings out of the house, hardening them off, and I knocked it over and some of them got broke, some fell out of the containers got mixed up, and I didn't know what is what. It was important for me to know, so that's aggravating. A squash there and a squash there. Don't ask me what it is. I have no idea. Radishes here. I hope they'll make. Like I said, it was getting hot, so I don't know. Cucumbers. And then those Kamjari melons. They're looking good. Let's see. Oh yeah, over here now. The tomatoes I planted down here, I think is the pink wine, brandy wine. They are looking amazing. And then this was supposed to be, and I don't know if I guessed it right, because like I said, they fell and got scattered all around, but this is supposed to be sweet northern Georgia. I have no idea. It don't look like that one is. I mean, I don't know what that one is, but I think those 3 I might have right. And then, let's see, my okra, starting to come around, looking better now. And then a squash, don't know what it is. And then my cherry. And then the Carolina gold. Shishito. Sweet banana. So my pepper plants are looking pretty good. Eggplant. That eggplant's looking really nice. Squash. Now this side here is supposed to be that rapakini squash, and I don't know if I don't think I got it right. I think that one might be, and that one might be, but that one, it doesn't look like it, and that don't look like it. I don't know what it looks like. Could be my zucchini, could be my acorn, could be my white scallop. I'm not for sure. These I think are weeds. I've been leaving them alone. I had planted 2 times over here that pink red orc, but I don't think it ever came up. I planted some in the house under lights to see what happens. I didn't know if they came up green and turned red later. Kind of doubt it, but I have no idea. So I've been leaving them there just in case. I hate to pull it up and not be what it's supposed to be. Yep, so there's a quick rundown on our raised bed garden, and I'll show you the green stalk and potatoes, how they're doing in the buckets. Here's the buckets out back on the patio. Potatoes are looking good. I gotta fill this one up today. These I got all filled up. And then my green stalk, I got all the radishes out. Most of them didn't make, a few of them did. Lettuce, we've been eating off of it for about 4, 5, 6 days, I guess. And this stuff done went to seed. I don't know, I haven't been very impressed with the green stalk. It hasn't worked so good for me. And then the other day, it got clogged up. I filled up with water, and all this was standing in water all day long. So apparently it's clogged up. I don't know. Kind of regret buying it. But I see everybody on YouTube, they brag about them and love them. And maybe, you know, if I had an apartment or something and this is all I could do, then I'd be fine with it. But when I got the raised beds, I got buckets, and I got the side of the house, I guess I don't really need it. I'm probably not doing something right also. But anyhow, here's the tomatoes on the side of the house. One of these has a little tomato on it. I saw, you know what? Something ate it. Yeah, there was a tomato on it last night. Something ate it. That's my black cherries. They look really good. Champagne bubble cherry. Looks good. That one doesn't. I figured it's gonna die. Maybe it'll come back around, I don't know. My big Zac over here that's not in the competition. Figure it's gonna die, but it's still hanging in there. Those two look all right. I think that's the black brandy wine, I think. Let me take you out front real quick and show you the potatoes out front in the grow bags. Here's the potatoes in the grow bags. Yeah, like I said before, I'm really liking these grow bags. Of course, I guess it will tell whenever, and I got finished filling this one up today. But I guess we'll know when the harvest comes. But as far as the growing of the green part, does so much better in these grow bags, I think. I mean, the buckets are doing fine, don't get me wrong. All right, now we'll look at my contest with my daughter Melissa on our tomatoes. Here's my contest, both my contest tomatoes, my big Zacs against my daughter. But I don't know, not really impressed with how they're looking so far. This one looks okay, but I don't know. I always planted peppers on this side and they would do okay over here. So I switched everything around, put tomatoes on this end, but I don't know. But let's go look at the one that's out there in the raised bed. I think it's doing the best. Here's my third big Zac out here in the raised bed. Yeah, it's doing a lot better, looks nicer. And it was the smaller one. It's one I planted weeks, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 weeks behind the other ones. And it's doing really well. So now we'll see my daughter's competition tomatoes, how they're doing.
Okay guys, this is Melissa Kresge here, just giving you a quick update on our competition tomatoes. They are doing well. They are established. I'm actually starting to get blooms. As you can tell, there's one right there. This one has quite a few blooms. Can't wait to see what happens. And then this one right here. They are doing well. They are getting bigger. I would say they're probably double the size of when we put them in, so I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, do a little update on the chickens real quick, like always, at the end of the video. We sowed 3, sowed 1 again this weekend. So the weekend before we sowed 2, then we sowed 1. Sowed my 1 buff Orpington, the other one's over there on the nest. Sowed 1, lavender Orpington, we only had 1. And sowed 1 of my Isa Browns. We have 1 left. So we got 17 birds left. Got 18 eggs yesterday, so they're laying really well. sowed 3 chickens and ain't missing an egg. All right, girls. See you later.
Here is a quick update on our whole garden. This is our lettuce and spinach. We just picked a whole big bowl yesterday to feed a family of 12. And as you can tell, so much more to pick hopefully today. And then we have a bed back here that I'm about to plant lettuce seeds in. So hopefully when this starts dying back, we will have more lettuce coming up. Over here we have our celery and onions. We're having a lot of issues with rabbits digging holes. So a lot of these were dug in yesterday. I was filling in back the holes, but we got some celery here, some of my bunching onions, and some more celery here. Over here we got our flowers and our strawberries. Our strawberries keep getting eaten back by the deer and we think the bunnies. So we haven't got any strawberries yet. They really attacked this one before we put the netting on it. And these were completely chewed all the way down to the ground. They're finally coming back. So we're trying to figure out ways to deter the animals from eating them. Then over here I have my herbs. Lots of different herbs. There's oregano, thyme, sage, cilantro, chamomile, lavender. I think that is parsley that's coming up. I have some dill that just started coming up, but as you can tell, something keeps digging in them. So we're having some issues. And then spearmint, I've already dried this out like 6 times already, and it's just really growing. It's doing well. And then I have basil, lots of basils, doing pretty well. Then over here we have a few radishes. We picked all the radishes from that bed yesterday. We have some radishes, but things keep digging them up, and this whole bed was dug up again. I think it's bunnies trying to make nests. They've done that before. Have a couple beets, a couple carrots. These are our green beans, climbing green beans. They keep getting eaten. So hopefully we can get something this year, because look, this was completely eaten. They keep eating back the leaves too, but we'll see what happens. Got some of our bigger carrots, a few of our beets. Then over here we have our tomato garden, the 3 competition tomatoes, and then we have 2 rows there of tomatoes, and I'm going to be planting in the very back another set of tomatoes that I'm a little bit behind on planting, but we should get that in the ground soon. Over here, I have to do some weeding, but we have our cabbages. They're looking pretty good. And then over here we have our potatoes that are doing amazing, as you can tell. And then, oh, look, something dug in here. That's what keeps happening. We have, I think those are Brussels sprouts. I have to trim them down some. This is a Brussels sprout. It's doing pretty well. I think that is kohlrabi. That is Swiss chard. This is Swiss chard. And these were big leaves. They were huge. But then something came back and was eating them. We're having a lot of issues with rabbits and squirrels this year and digging up and eating our stuff. Then over here we have nothing planted at the moment. We have to actually weed this because those thorn bushes are coming all up. But we're going to put like cardboard down, and then up here we're going to plant pumpkins to come down this way. So that is going to happen hopefully this week, because I need to get those in the ground because it's getting late. I'm also behind on planting peppers. We have 1 row of peppers planted, and we're going to plant 2 more rows. And then here we have our eggplants that are planted. They're doing pretty well. And in the buckets back here I have the marigolds that are coming up. Back here I have the butternut squash, which is doing pretty well. So I have a couple rows. As you can tell, there's some missing because I have seeds planted in those. So I got some plants and then I got some seeds. Over here there is 3 rows of the patty pan squash that my dad gave me. They're supposed to be bush. So they're just, as you can tell, starting to come up, and they're doing pretty well. And then the middle row, which these were seeds and they're just starting to come up. And then the back are the plants that I got that I planted. This is the cantaloupe. And then up here we got the zucchini squash, and it's doing pretty well. And then over here I have our cucumbers that are finally shooting up. We were having a lot of issues with them getting dug up, but I think we're hopefully past that. And then we have in our buckets here, we got rosemary. So that's what we have here. Oh, and then back here behind those, I think it's called acorn squash that my dad gave me. I'm going to plant 3 of those. They're supposed to be bush, so they're not supposed to spread out. So there should be plenty of room back here, so that's where I'm going to plant that. Then over here in this garden, we have our yellow squashes that are coming up and doing well. We have our other green beans. Some of them are getting eaten with the leaves too, so hopefully they do okay, because this is going to be the purple ones that we want. They have a lot of space to grow. And then our peas, we have some peas. So you can tell they're producing a little bit of peas down here on this line. And then over here we have asparagus that we've been letting grow for a few years. So hopefully we can start harvesting that here soon. In here we have our big bulb onions. And then over here we have our garlic. That's doing very, very well. Oh, well, at least this side is. This side is struggling. This side is doing well. And then in our old chicken coop area, we got a weed eat, but as you can tell, we have our watermelons that are coming up. We have a couple, so we'll see how those do. But I think that is everything except for our blueberries and our raspberry bushes that we have planted. So can't wait to see what happens and how God provides for us this year.